Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, where you are, wherever you are. Today is Sunday, Sunday afternoon or morning where I am. I wanted to come on today. I was supposed to do a video yesterday or Friday, something like that. I wanted to do a video, but I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it on YouTube or Instagram. I attempted to go live Friday and Saturday. It did not work out that way, and that's cool. That's fine. It was like a tad bit discouraging, but it is what it is. So, also a little disclaimer before I move any further, y'all. I ain't got no editing equipment, and I don't really have an updated computer or a really good phone for that matter to update these videos. So you are getting raw, unedited, unscripted, live, living in color, raw emotions, raw footage on today and every day up until the point that I can upgrade my things. All right. So today I would like to talk about myself, but in an un-narcissistic way. Today I want to talk about me. I feel like if I talk about me, I might help somebody get through, their stuff. And forgive me if I sound a little nasally. I don't know what I got. I know it's not COVID. I think it might be a little allergies or something. So I'm a little congested. I'm a little dry in the face in case you can't see. I feel a little nasty, but that's besides the point of the topics of which we will be discussing on today. So getting back to what we will be discussing today, I want to talk about language and speech. I want to talk about myself, so I can help you with yourself. So specifically, kind of tying into what I was just talking about, how I wanted to post a video on Friday and Saturday, and I attempted to do a live. Well, I posted on my Instagram page that I would do a live video on Friday. It didn't happen, and the reason why it didn't happen is because I punked out. I got too nervous, I got too scared, worried about what people might say, worried about if people would join, worried about if just worried about real stupid stuff. And the truth of the matter is, I really do think now, talking about it, that a lot of people go through this, not just me. But in that moment I was just like, nah, maybe it's best if we don't do it. Maybe it's best I just leave it alone for another day. And I attempted to do so. I attempted to leave it for Saturday, and I was going to be talking about what I'm talking about now because it's really short and like straight to the point. But it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way at all. I didn't do the live on Friday. Like I said, I attempted to do it yesterday. It didn't happen the way that I thought it would happen, and that's cool. It was a little discouraging, but that's part of what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about speech and language. I am so past in 2022. I am so past talking about things that I'm working on. I'm so past saying, oh, I'm working on this and I'm working on that. I'm working on this and I'm working on that. Telling people I'm working on this and I'm working on that. And it's not to say that I'm not. It's really not to say that I'm not attempting to do it or putting the work or putting the effort in all the time, whatever the case may be. It's not to say that I'm not, but I'm tired of using that language because it almost feels like an excuse language. It almost feels like language that would be used to get people off your back. And the truth of the matter is, it's not really the case. But I'm so over that speech. What I want to say is, I'm working. I'm not working on, I'm working. I'm not attempting, I'm doing. So that's the speech that I want to use in 2022. Last year in 2021, I had set out a goal in the beginning of the year where I said that I was coming for everything that, everything that just in life just seemed like impossible to gain or to grasp. And that was my education, that was my business, that was my body, in the sense of getting my health in order, and losing this weight that I have on me. And so last year, like I said in my previous YouTube channel, in my previous story, that I got a little sidetracked. I got some things that happened in my life that I just got real, how could I say? I just got real down and out, for lack of better terminology. I was just kind of done with things. I was emotionally exhausted. I was just like, you know what? I really don't want to deal with any of this stuff. I don't want to be in it anymore. And so I got sidetracked. I really did. And so now in 2022, there are just so many things that I want to go after, so many things that I want to do, so many things that I want to accomplish, things that I didn't accomplish in 2021, things that I want to go after. And I do believe that those things will happen this year in some way, shape, form, or another. They will take place. They will happen. I will have my LLC. I will be, if not almost finished with my album, I will see and accomplish those things. But what I want to say to you people today is that in my experience of discouragement, just even recently, what I want to tell you is that you as an individual, you as a person, you as God's creation, God gave you the talent. He also gave it to other people, but he gave it to you. And what I want to say to you is that God did not give you the voice of Tabitha Brown. He didn't teach you how to cook like Rachel Ray. He didn't teach you how to preach like TD Jakes. He didn't teach, he gave the same abilities that you might have of these very large people that you may watch and view, but the difference is that he gave it to you. He gave you the idea, he gave you the vision, he gave you the word, he gave you the ability to do the things. Nobody can't do the things that you do. No one can cook the way you cook. No one can write the way that you write. No one can preach the way you preach. No one can teach the way you teach. No one can sing the way that you can sing. See, because it's God's stamp on you. You are the individual that makes it significant. You are the one that makes it unique because God created you to be uniquely you. God gave the word to you. God didn't give it to T.D. Jakes. He didn't give it to Juanita Bynums. He didn't give it to any of those other people. He gave it to you. God didn't give the recipe to Rachel Ray or Paula Deen. He gave it to you. God didn't give the measurements to build a house or a mansion to, I don't know any architects names out there, but he gave it to you. So what I want to tell you today is that to accept the calling of God. And even as I tell you, I'm talking to myself. Accept what God has for you. Accept the giftings. Accept the blessing that he has for you. Accept it. You will make your life so much easier if you just accept it and walk into it versus you going against it because you don't believe in yourself. I tell you to believe in God first, and then as you believe in God, you begin to believe in the God in you for yourself. You will begin to believe in the God in you for yourself. And I had to repeat that because, again, as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. I'm talking to myself. I've been in a place or been in places where other people would see my potential, and because I don't see my potential, I have this woe is me, like, nah, I don't see it, I don't want to do it. But the truth of the matter is that you need to get off your high horse. You need to get off your high horse. You need to see that God has uniquely created you, uniquely you. He has created you to be you and not for you to be someone else. He's giving you the talent and the gifting. And yes, he shared that gifting and talents with other people, but those other people got their own way of doing things because he made them uniquely them and he made you uniquely you. So what I want to tell you today is accept the blessing of God. Accept the calling of God. Accept it, walk in it wholeheartedly. I'll be honest. Matter of fact, a quick testimony. I love to sing. When I first discovered that I had a voice, you couldn't shut me up. Really, you couldn't. And I remember how I discovered how I knew I could. Okay, so backtrack. Because I'm gonna help somebody today. I'm going to help somebody today get rid of the lies that you believe. I'm going to help someone today. When I was about, I want to say like 3 or 4, I wanted to be a dancer. Like I wanted to be a backup dancer for Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson. As funny as that sounds, but I really did. I did. And I remembered, you have those lullabies, ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s, and Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Y'all, I got a hold of that Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and I just couldn't let it go. And I would start making different arrangements with the song, and I would change. And then I discovered when I was about 4 or 5, I remember we were living in East New York on Pennsylvania and Hageman. And I was in the house and I discovered that I could sing. And I was like, oh, this might be a thing. But I'm going to tell you something too. Both my elder sister and my little sister can sing, and I personally think that my little sister's voice is better than mine. However, I have more knowledge and control. But if she were to gain the knowledge and control, she would knock anybody. I'm gonna say knock anybody, but she would be good. She would be good. However, unfortunately, She don't really have patience for that. Anyways, the long and short of it is that because of my younger sister having a greater voice than me, I kind of got quiet. I kind of was like, I wanted to be more reserved, even though I still, did my little singing here and there, whatever. Moving forward, I got on like choirs. I remember I was like 11 or 12, and we used to go to this church in I want to say Park Slope. We used to go to this church in Park Slope, and they discovered that I could sing, so they put me on the choir. It was me and my sister actually on the choir, and ironically so, I did not know who the Clark sisters was, and I don't know why I'm saying this, but I don't know who the Clark sisters were at this time. But my little sister did, and she used to always say that Twinkie Clark was there playing the keyboard or whatever. Again, I didn't know who they were. I couldn't say yes or no. But I sung on a choir that apparently Twinkie Clark's ex-husband was the pastor of. Didn't know this until I became an adult. Anyways, excuse me. Y'all, I'm congested, forgive me. So I then I don't want to say I became confident in my voice, because to this day I'm really not. But the long and short is, there was a point in time where I became on I don't want to say a worship team in my church. I got on the worship team in my church, and I hated leading. And I know that sounds so weird. I hated leading. I didn't like to be up in the front. I didn't like to be up. I just feel like there's so much pressure when you're leading, because you have to make sure you're hitting. First of all, you got to make sure you're in the right standing, first of all, with God. Make sure that you're leading people properly, and that you're hearing from God properly, and it's not just you wanting to hoop and holler and do every riff, run, and belt that there is in the books, because enough of all that. They got a point where there was a season where I just wanted to be in the background. Let me sing in the background. I'm perfectly fine doing a doo-wop pop in the back for whoever's deciding or whoever's being chosen to lead. I'm good with just being in the back. Like, send me to the back. I'm cool. Like, I like to sing or whatever the case, and I love to sing the Lord. And I always said that I don't have to be on an altar to worship God. I don't have to have a microphone in my hand to worship God. I could do that from my seat. But the truth of the matter is that God had a purpose. God has a purpose in the calling, the speech thing, that language. God has a purpose for me to, and please don't misunderstand what I'm saying, but God has a purpose for me to be in the front. God has a purpose for me to lead people into worship, but I couldn't see that. I just wanted to be in the background, and God was putting me in situations where I had to lead. Perfect example. I remember one night I was singing with this group. I'm not going to mention their name because I don't want them to think I'm coming for them. I actually really love them. However, I was singing with this group, and they got booked to sing in the Bronx, right? Sing in the Bronx. Ooh, the Bronx. BX, So to sing in the Bronx. And both of the brothers were not there. One of the brothers was on vacation. The other brother was in school. Now, I knew the other brother was on vacation in Florida. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, it don't take nothing for, to get on a plane, hop and skip back from Florida to New York. It's really not that far. I think it's like a 3-hour layover, something like that. It takes like 3 hours on a plane. because from New York to Atlanta is like 3 hours. Y'all, I get there. First of all, I'm shooketh because it's the Bronx. And I don't go to the Bronx. I'm not from the Bronx. I don't do the Bronx unless the Lord says go. And on top of that, my behind got off at the wrong stop at night in the Bronx. So I had to, instead of going one train over, I had to walk from the wrong stop all the way to where I had to go. Y'all, why did I do that? Y'all, I was shooketh in my bones. And it's funny because, God will show up, man. Literally, there was this wino who was like pissy drunk, and I hear him singing Thai tribute. Yo, his headphones on, he just going, tell me what can I do? I think it was that, oh, I can't live without you. I said, oh, yo, I immediately felt peace. I was like, all right, God, clearly you're with me on this. Anyways, long story short, I get to the event. My producer tells me, yo, such and such didn't show up. And I'm looking like, what you mean they didn't show up? So why are we here then? If they didn't show up, why are we here? Because why are we here? If, excuse me, if this is their event and they're not here, why are we here? Why? So he's like, oh, you're gonna have to sing. I sang, who? Who sang who? My job is supposed to be singing backup. Ain't nobody say nothing about me going up there leading anything. First of all, this is not my event. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I was just asked to come on board to sing backup because the brother was in school taking care of his business. Amen. Hallelujah. To God be the glory. Ain't nobody say nothing about Jermel going up and leading worship. That's not what we discussed. That's not what we talked about. But obviously you and God had a conversation and I wasn't a part of that. So therefore, I'm looking to my left. The piano what was he playing that day? All right, so my good boy Miguel is a jack of all trades when it comes to instruments. Dude can play the guitar, the piano, the drums, you name it, bruh. I'm pretty sure he'll pick it up. He'll find a way to work it out. His wife is a singer. And I looked at her, I was like, yo, girl, you're going to have to help me out because I'm not finna go up there by myself. I'm not finna do this alone. I'm not finna go up in here and nah, we're not doing this. This is not cool. I don't like this at all. Like, for real. Somebody got to come up here with me because I'm not finna do this by myself. And then I had to choose songs that to minister, yo. I was livid, shooketh, livid. I was done. But nonetheless, I think I sung, I can't even remember what I sung. I sung 2 songs. I think Let It Rain and I don't remember what it was. And to God be the glory. Just to God be the glory that God showed up and he did what he had to do. And listen, I was like, yeah, I know that was you because that daggone show wasn't me because I was upset. I was like, how the heck y'all gonna host the event and y'all don't even show up? Like, who does that? Anyways, long story short, the point is, even now, to this day, I really don't, like, it's a secret, but I really don't. I don't, Lord knows I don't. And I know that sounds weird because who wouldn't want to worship, well, if you don't believe in Jesus, I can understand why, but if you do, who wouldn't want to lead worship? And it's just, there's just so much that comes with it that it's not easy. It's really not. And, it's really not about having a good voice because anybody can have a good voice. There's so much more to it than just that. And I think the mantle of that is what actually scares me. And I've had people like, you know, like, yo, you got it, da-da-da, just that, third, the other. And sometimes in certain instances, I've seen those people get fed up with encouraging me. And I'm gonna tell you why it's a thing where you get fed up because you see the potential. And I know this because I can attest to this. When you see such potential in somebody or you see what they can do and what they can accomplish, and they stay in that place of doubt. They stay in that place of, well, this is all I know. And they stay in that place of, well, this is what's comfortable for me. And it's just like there's no getting through. So at some point it becomes frustrating to those that have vision and not sight. And some people, they'll take a back seat for a minute until God talks to, you know, hey, encourage that person again. They'll take a back seat for a minute. And I've experienced that. I have seen it. So what I want to tell you people today is just get off your high horse. Accept it. Let me tell you something. Yesterday was a little discouraging when I went on Instagram Live, and I'm sharing this story with you because I want to help somebody, man. I want to set somebody free today, man. It was a little discouraging because I went up there like 6 times, and no, one person showed up, one person, and I was like, okay, well, maybe this is not the way that it's supposed to be done. Maybe it's supposed to be done via YouTube, whatever, I don't know. But y'all, just, God gave you a gift. whether it be to cook, sing, write, read, build, fix, construct, whatever it is. Don't let what you see other people do hinder you from doing what God has called you to do and giving you such ability to do. Those people have their way of doing it because God gave it to them that way, but he is also giving you a way to do it that is uniquely yours and uniquely divine for the way that he wanted you to do it, so that people could be drawn to you. You know, I saw a post the other day, and I'm gonna be finished with this. I saw a post the other day about a grocery store. There was a bunch of bread, and the person was saying, I don't remember the exact number, so I'm gonna exaggerate, so forgive me, because technically exaggeration is lying, so forgive me for lying to you. But the truth, there's a truth in this, and the truth is that the person said that there are so many different breads in an aisle, right? Same bread, flavors, whole wheat, white, pumpernickel, potato, Italian, for the skinny people, which I don't think that's bread. That's none of my business. All of those people, all of the bread rather, and there are different owners with the same bread. What I'm saying is that God gave those people an idea, but he also gave you an idea. He also gave you a vision. He also gave you the tools that you need and the people that you need to make whatever happen. So I leave you with that. I'm gonna shut up. I appreciate everyone that watches this channel. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your uncle, tell your bishop, tell your pastor, tell all the elders, okay? Tell the apostles at this point, okay? And go ahead and follow me, y'all. Thank you. Love y'all. Be blessed. Bye.